Hello. Yes, Janelle is back on this space. I'm so excited to be back on this space. Welcome to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Janelle and I do movie reviews. Yes, it's been 3 months on this channel of not posting. If you want to see what has been going on in my life, then you can check my vlog channel, Janelle Living, okay? But yeah, welcome. Let's talk about the movie Straw today. So prior to when I saw Straw, I had not seen like a trailer on it, and my husband brought a pack of tissue, you know, saying, okay, we're going to see something. And I'm like, what's going on? And we saw this movie without a tear in my eyes. And I started wondering, what was that pack of tissue for? Did you cry? Did you cry while watching this movie? You have a very soft heart. I'm not saying I don't have a soft heart, but I just didn't cry. I don't know. All right, let's proceed to how we do it on this channel. I'll talk about the cast and talk about the producer of this movie and then give you a quick brief of this movie, okay? So this movie features Teyana Tyler as Detective Raymond, Taraji P. Henson as Janaya, Sherry Shepherd as Nicole, Glyn Turman as Richard, Sinbad as Benny, Ashley Vasha as Tessa, and we also have other casts, guys, okay? People like Diva Tyler, Charlotte Monique, you know, and their likes. Good. The director of this movie, Tyler Perry, a producer of Madea and Acrimony, something we all loved, okay, is the producer of this amazing film, right? Now, in an interview, Tyler Perry said this movie, Straw, is not a true story. Its plot is inspired by people who are regularly not being seen or being acknowledged or not being represented enough, you know. Now, let's talk about some casts in this movie. Janaya did all she could do to stand out while shooting this movie. The character, Janaya, suffered from hallucinations after she lost her daughter, Aria. Now, this movie also, I think Tyler Perry was trying to, you know, talk about how it is with 4 generations, like the Gen Zs, the, you know, the people in their 30s, people in their 50s, you know, Generation X and all of that, talking about how they feel sympathy, how you know, they care for people. These people, Gen Zs, I think Tessa represented Gen Z in this movie, and it was really sad seeing that Janaya had shared everything that she was going through, and this lady did not even feel pain, whatever pain, whatever, you know, sympathy for her. Now let's talk about the movie. I will just give you a brief about this movie. Now, Janaya is a single mom. She has a daughter, Aria. We have been given clue from the movie, you know, when Aria was on the bed with her mom, you know, when they were walking to the bathroom, Aria disappeared. I'm like, I didn't notice until I started watching the movie for the second time. But Janaya is a single mom struggling to take care of her sick child who always had seizures, right? Now, it opens up with Aria telling her mom, Janaya, that, oh, my teacher asked for $40 to pay for feeding whilst other students had their lunch, area would be, set aside because she didn't pay. And it pissed off Janaya, and she wanted to, get that money for her daughter's feeding, right? She took her daughter to school that morning, and she went to work. Janaya had an amazing boss. I wouldn't say I know a lot of people has portrayed her boss to be, wicked and rude, and but I see him trying to understand with Janaya at some point, right? Janaya got a call, to go back to her daughter's school to check on her because she had a seizure, and she had to ask for excuse from her boss, right? It was a big a big store, a big shopping mall where she had to attend to a lot of people. The counter cannot be empty, but her boss gave her a little time to go check on her daughter, and she took just 30 minutes. It was supposed to be for 30 minutes, and she took 2 hours, right? Whilst coming, she scratched an officer, and he pushed her off the road with his car. And that was really sad, seeing that. I don't know, I wouldn't want to bring up racism here, but her car was being towed after all because her papers were expired, and then she got back to work. 2 hours later, she got laid off. She went back home, she got laid off without a paycheck, right? She got back home, her things were outside. She took her daughter's backpack that backpack had, her daughter's science project and then medication, right? That was the only thing she took. And then she went to the bank. She couldn't cash out that money because it was lower than the expected money to be in an account, right? And then she had to go back to the store to beg, for her boss to give her her paycheck for the day. And guess what? There was a robbery in the store, and this robber wanted that backpack to pack money. You're coming to rob, and you did not come with anything to rob. You are looking for something to pack money with. And Janaya had to fight because that is her daughter's medication in there, and shot this guy. And her boss was saying, "Oh, they know you, this is a planned robbery," and she shot at her manager too. That was the beginning of hell for her. And then that was the beginning of reality, right? So she got to the bank trying to cash out her daily paycheck, $540 or $520 thereabout. But she was with a gun and she was sweaty. In fact, Janaya sweated throughout that movie, guys. So Tessa was on the counter shaking and crying, packing all the money for her. I'm like, and that pissed Janaya off. Like, why are you giving me all the money, making it look like a robbery? And then the other lady there was trying to understand. The other lady at the back of the counter was trying to understand what was going on, and all of that. Thank goodness, she turned on her camera. Like, she now went live, and people from outside, because the police were already outside, they couldn't get in because there was a bomb scare, right? The backpack had her daughter's science project, so there's a regulation, concerning bomb. And this lady Tessa was messing up. Give me my 520, let me go. Packing the whole money. But anyway, the bank manager, Nicole, a kind-hearted woman, there were some hostages, right? Some people who were in the bank who came alongside, to get whatever they wanted to do, get done in the bank. And this was happening, and she didn't want anybody to go out anymore, And they actually started going one by one. She didn't even do anything to them because she just wanted to cash her check, right? And it was only her that did not know. I don't know how it was only Janaya that did not know that there was a bomb scare since morning. She didn't know. But anyway, when they found out that that wasn't a bomb, Tessa, the emotionless, I wonder the kind of person Tessa is. Tessa went to, write on the window, give a clue that, oh, there's no bomb, there's just a gun, right? The FBI were going to break in. There was an officer, Officer Raymond, who had made Janaya very comfortable to talk to her, right? From the beginning, Detective Raymond had been the one on her case, and she understood where Janaya was coming from. She understood what was going on, but I don't think she understood that all of these things she saw were hallucinations. But all of those things were hallucinations with her baby. But let me tell you guys, the one with the officers, no, it was real. And she kept saying it. Janaya kept saying it and kept saying it. Anyway, Detective Raymond was determined to stay there till Janaya comes out. In fact, she was determined to save Janaya's life. And with the help of the bank manager, Nicole was really scared from the beginning, but she had compassion, knowing what had happened and seeing that Janaya told her story. She had compassion. The only person without compassion was Tessa, and she walked out of that bank hall with Janaya, hand to hand, side by side. After Janaya's mom had called her to say, oh no, Aria passed a day before today. She passed yesterday. And that broke Janaya. Of course, she was arrested, but guys, a lot of people go through these. Are you even sure that somebody has not? I know this is not a true life story, but I'm very sure that a lot of people have gone through all of this, right? Or even more, right? On a daily, and then people, try to cuss them out, try to, say, oh, you did this, you did that, you're a bad person, you're an evil person, not even knowing where they're coming from. Well, rating this movie, execution, I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, okay, the editing is not so good, but see, guys, this movie is a 10. In fact, by the rank, you're going to know this movie is a 10. Tyler Perry is always giving, you've got what to talk about now. Yes, this is it for the season, right? Yes, and I love it. I love it for him. Thank you so much for watching this review. Let me know the next movie you want me to review, and I'm going to do that for you. See you on the next one. Bye.